Hey everyone, I'm Vernice, and today I'll be talking about the parallel study design in clinical trials. Before explaining what parallel study is, I'll first briefly explain what is clinical trial study design. A study design is a protocol for conducting the study which allows the investigator to translate the conceptual hypothesis into an operational one. And there are 5 types of different study designs: parallel, crossover, factorial, withdrawal, and non-inferiority or superiority. I'll discuss more about what parallel study is, and the rest of it will be covered by our classmates. So, what is a parallel study? A parallel study is a type of clinical study where two groups of treatments, A and B, are given so that one group receives only A while another group receives only B. It is commonly used to compare two or more treatments. The steps included to conduct the trial is that participants are randomly assigned to either group, whether treatment or placebo, for example, and then the treatments are administered. Results are obtained and compared. Here's a flowchart I came up with to illustrate the steps involved in a parallel study design. Firstly, after deciding on a population to study on and forming up a hypothesis, the study moves on to a run-in period. After the run-in period, the randomization occurs to split the participants into different groups. Randomization is used to minimize differences among groups by equally distributing people with particular characteristics among all the trial arms. Then the results are obtained and then analyzed. Like I mentioned earlier, run-in periods are conducted before the randomization occurs. So, run-in periods is a period of time prior to enrollment during which they are placed on a treatment similar to the one being evaluated to assess tolerance or to provide information on treatment compliance. The advantage of this is that statistical standards can be increased. This is done by excluding subjects who will likely be poor responders if randomized because of treatment intolerance, poor compliance, or uncooperative attitudes and behaviors. These exclusions are intended to produce an enriched randomized sample with increased response probabilities and thereby increased statistical standards. However, there are certain disadvantages such as time consumption. In addition, there is a more selective sample. This results in the benefits to be overestimated and risks to be underestimated, which in turn lead to a smaller p-value. Moving on, I'll now discuss the benefits and disadvantages of using parallel study as a clinical trial design. The advantages are that it is simple and it requires a few assumptions. It is also a valid comparison and is able to be applied to any situation. Also, it is a form of standard statistics. Hence, due to its simplicity, it is the most commonly used clinical trial design. The disadvantages are that it requires a large sample size to conduct the study design and it is inefficient in time and cost. With that, I would like to thank you for your kind attention. To read up more, you can search out for references available at the end of the video. Thank you.